Alright guys, welcome back to another vlog. In this vlog, I want to talk about balance. Does it exist? I don't know. You tell me. You guys know since opening the store and homeschooling and all the other things that life involves right now, we've had to totally figure out a new rhythm of life, of living, and I just want to take you along a real life, just talk and show you in a real life version of what life is now. Our kids are involved in sports. We've gotten settled here in the house. We are starting to get new things in the house and stuff on the walls to make it homier, and we're just really starting to settle, which is so weird, you guys, to say settling. Like, if you've watched any of our channel, you guys know that settling is like, no, it's like a foreign word to us. So having, like, saying that word and stuff is like so weird, but it feels so good, because right now I have come to terms with the fact that that is what this season of life is for us. But all that to say, it has come with challenges, right? Nothing is easy. But we've had to learn a whole new just balance. I just want to talk to you guys about what we've been doing to kind of manage all the things. And when it comes to the store, we own a small business, and homeschooling, and just being a mom and a wife and a family of 5, all of that. And this by no means, because I know people are gonna be like, you know how the internet is. So this by no means is like a I know it all type of thing. This is just honestly sharing with you guys what we kind of do to prioritize family and prioritize our time, because we all have the same amount of time in a day. We hear that all the time, but what matters is what you do with those hours, right? And as an ADHD girly, it is very hard for me to time balance and time block and all that stuff. So learning all of this is actually helping me balance and try to balance all the things, because I'm learning to prioritize certain things. Here we go on a tangent. Yesterday was Joseph's birthday, and tonight we are gonna celebrate his birthday. He wants to go to the arcade, which I think is so fun. So we are gonna do that. We're gonna go to the arcade. I'm gonna stop talking and let's get started with our day. So most days, this is how we start our days. Because the store doesn't open until 10, we have those hours in the morning to catch up on anything we need to catch up on and do any school when it comes to book work. And I hesitate to share our homeschool because it is always changing. But for the most part, this is usually what it looks like.
No. Leave it alone. Let's record this so y'all can go.
This is real. This is real life. This is real life.
You're doing too much right now.
So, speaking of real life, how have you been able, or how have you're really good at balancing things anyways, but how have you been, I talked about how there really is no such thing as balance. So how do you prioritize, like, just everything that we have going on?
I don't know. So I've always had a different mindset when it comes to everything. So when it comes to schedule, of course you have priority of what needs to be done. Those things I have to handle. The opposite side of that is you have to figure out when you're gonna have, like, relief and fun.
Yes.
Right? So, like, I gotta handle what I have to handle first, just because those are called priorities, responsibilities. Those get handled first, and then fun is always behind that. When you own a business, there is no disconnect.
Yes, and I think that's one of the biggest things that, I mean, we knew it going into this, that, like, you go from working a 9 to 5, which he still does work a regular job.
Yeah, it's not really a 9 to 5.
We
it's
haven't,
a compressed shift job, but
so when we first opened the store, he left that, and now he's back because the housing market is crazy. We're still trying to look for a house, but it's
and
paused.
they gave me more money.
And yes, so we're still doing that and the store. And then, so yeah, I don't know if there's, like with the store, you go from working like a 9 to 5 to 24/7, which is kind of true for this.
I'm not just doing a bunch of everything just because I know when you look at your schedule and what you do, there's guys that work all day and then they'll play video games and hang out all night long. And they're like, I'm so tired, I have no time to do anything. You just aren't prioritizing your time for what you want to get done. So.
It's a harsh truth, but like, I have definitely fallen into that where literally, because like as a mom, you've got so much happening all the time, so many things to juggle. And I would be like, I'm so tired, I don't even want to deal with that right now. And then, yes, you need to give yourself grace and you need breaks, but you can't give yourself so many breaks to where you look back in a year and you're like, if I would have just done this maybe here and there, I would be this much further to where I want to be. You know what I mean? And I've had to learn that big time.
You have to hold yourself.
I am not a machine like him.
if you're not willing to hold yourself accountable, one, for your good and your bad, 100% be able to call out when you're on BS yourself as a person. Do not get into business. Because you're going to fail, and then you're going to wonder why, and you're going to say it's the economy, you're going to say it's your location, which all those things could be true, but none of it would have happened if it wasn't for you.
Right.
So if you're not okay with calling yourself out, do not get into business. You're gonna fail.
Yeah, and we failed a ton of times. I failed at like a bunch of things, and I feel like it's gonna continually be a work in progress.
Yes.
But the way that we've been able to kind of create a system, when it comes to like who's in the store when he has to be at work, or he's in the store while I'm homeschooling the kids, or whatever. Maybe we have to go somewhere, and we just kind of figure out a way to make it work, which is another reason why we adjusted our hours, because we had to make it work so that we could still have a store, but also a family life, because that's still really important to us.
Sure, definitely important. We're in infancy. We're in our 2 months and 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we have to nurture it like a little baby.
It's got to be nurtured. It's like when you have that baby, you don't just give it tummy time and you go hang out in the bathroom and take a shower. It's not happening. It's right there in your arms the whole time. So that's where we're at right now. So it's definitely intense. We're still learning our clientele. We're still growing our clientele. We're still learning our vendors. We're still growing our vendor list. Revenue is growing. Of course, with revenue, you have bills. Bills aren't growing. They're actually stabilizing.
Yeah.
And then like utilities, electrics is kind of going down because we're going into the fall months. So there you're good, but we haven't been opening a storefront for a year yet to even be able to say this is the trend for this time of year. So we're still learning all those things. It's just you got to be a go-getter, man. Like it's weird because like when your kids play sports and then they play a sport where it's like we just want you guys to go out and have fun. That's fine at 5 years old.
Yeah. Ooh, you're gonna step on some toes with this one.
It's fine when you're 5 years old, but when you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and you open up a business like that, you have to win. Like you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna take losses, those have to be lessons that you learn from. You have to be able to adjust, but you have to win. If you don't have me winning as a mindset, bro, it's over. Don't even start. Don't even start. If you don't have a plan where you're like, I am going to win at this. I am going to run this race and win, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make it happen, don't start. Don't start.
Yeah.
Sit down one day out of the month, write it all down. And if it's multiple different things that you need separation, because like the store has its own calendar, I need separation from that. The house has its own calendar, separation for that. Then we have, it's what I would call a hybrid calendar, which tracks like extracurricular things that the kids are doing, their schedules. My W-2 job work schedule, and then anything that would pop up in between, like appointments or fun things that we want to do, and then that calendar has a list of items that we need to buy that are groceries, items that, man, it goes into intricate detail. Detail is going to help you in the overall picture when you're not good at remembering things or understanding how we're going to get to things. You have to break it down to the most finite detail to be like, okay, we want to grow revenue and go on vacation. How are you going to do that? You need to know everything that's happening and come up with a plan of how you're going to get there. So, like I said, I'm a machine. I have a weird brain, the way it works. I can break down things to where I'm like, okay, by the end of the month, we don't have any bills this week, this week, for this many days, that many days. And it all falls into place, and it takes away all stress of, oh my gosh, I just had an auto pay bill of this much money and I didn't know it was coming out. It alleviates all that.
This has also come from years and years and years and years of learning. We didn't
it wasn't overnight.
We didn't just wake up. And that's the other thing. Like, I was talking about this the other day, how like, you look at some people and you think that, oh my gosh, they just have it all together and this and that. It's like, no, they've just learned from so many different experiences. And also you only see, what's that, like iceberg graphic, where you only see like what's on top. You don't see everything underneath that they've done and failed and worked for and, sacrifice, all the things. And so I think it's important to understand that, because we did not just wake up, knowing how to do any of this. No. We're still learning. So anyway, all right. We're gonna head to the library, and then we're gonna go to the arcade later. Let's go. Thank you, sir. What animal makes that noise? Come here.
A chicken.
3, 2, 1. I read a quote recently by Albert Einstein that says, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. And I think it's the most beautiful analogy, because we've recently been helping Jeremiah learn how to ride a bike, and he's been learning balance. And yeah, you're gonna fall off, but you can always keep moving. It is so cold outside, and it's raining, and all I want to do...
Can I have the snack bag?
Yes, he wants snacks. I want my bed. It's so cold. Okay, we're heading to the store. The kids and I are gonna man the store today for a couple hours while Joseph is delivering. And then, I don't know what we're gonna do tonight, but yeah, this is just another way that we balance things. We have to support each other, and if we didn't, literally everything would fall apart. So the kids and I are gonna go hang out at the store. I've got some stuff to inventory, so I might show you, unless Joseph's done it already.
Mom,
I'm gonna go get him some snacks, and then we're gonna head to the store. Okay guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and like always, everybody and every family is so different, and this is just how we've just changed. We've really had to change our mindset and perspective when it comes to this season of life that we're in. With that being said, social media makes everything look easy. It is not. You guys know that. You guys get me. At the end of the day, we're all just prioritizing what's important to us, right? And so these things right now are important to us. So with just changing our priorities and God's grace, we're able to manage it. I say manage it. You know, like those shirts that say like chaos coordinator? I feel like that's what I am half the time, you know? Like we're all chaos coordinators. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. We love you so, so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.